The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, is a senior advocate of Nigeria. His fingers have been in a lot of very dirty things that has been attached to him. A lot of dirty things have been attached to him. Either when he tweets, there's always something about this man. There have been mixed reactions, and people are curious of the decision of the Attorney General of the Federation, who is said to be involved in dropping the charges against 10 soldiers in the case involving an alleged terroristic kidnap kingpin, Bala Amisu. I brought you the story of this man. He is even said to be a politician, a kidnapper that got a lot of money from his activities, and he felt that he should be representing his people as a kidnapper. It's a terrible thing. Well, there are two things involved. There are two groups of agencies involved, the police and the army involved in this. I don't understand why and how these things are so, but then they say there are bad eggs everywhere, bad eggs too everywhere, and an apple that is already cancerous can infect the others. That is the case of what happened back then, and I brought you guys a story. It's a very dirty one that links the Nigerian army and of course the police too. They are not clean and clear of all of these things too. Now, Balamisu could be described, the stories around all that happened could be described as a brazen attempt to make a mockery of the nation's criminal justice system. This is quoted by the Punch newspaper. Amisu, probably known as Wadume, had in his statement identified his accomplices, including 10 soldiers and 2 policemen. They are Captain Tijani Balarabe, Staff Sergeant David Azaya, Sergeant Ibrahim Mohammed, Corporal Bartolomeo Obanye, Private Mohammed Nura, Lance Corporal Okoroze Gideon, and Corporal Marcos Michael. Others are Lieutenant Corporal Ivena Wehome Akpagra, Staff Sergeant Abdullahi Adamu, and Private Ebele Emmanuel, ASP Ahodona Lobe, and one Ahmed Suleiman, aka Dan Ball. Wadumi was allegedly assisted to escape on August 6, 2019 by the soldiers attached to Battalion 93. Now, from the names that you saw there, you realize that this is not a case of Hausa, Fulani, and all of that, or Middle Belt. As the names I called out connects to every tribe in Nigeria, even the minority tribe. They are all involved in this. They are all working together with probably their commander to do what they do. That, like I said, is the reason why terrorism in Nigeria will never go away, as every criminal activity is linked to the agencies that are supposed to, fight against it. It's terrible. Wadume was assisted to escape by the soldiers attached to Battalion 93. Takum, led by Balarabe, after the police team the team arrested him, they came under attack from the troops. They were shot at. 3 policemen and 2 civilians were killed during the incident, while 5 police officers were injured. The dead included Inspector Bak Ediales, 36 years old, Sergeant Dahiru Musa, 40, Uwolabi Babajide, 24, Farouk Bashar, 30, and Usman Danazumi, 44. All these people were shot at by the military, who were, giving orders to help this kidnapper kingpin escape. The autopsy carried out at the Garki Hospital, Abuja, on August 15 and 16 by a team of pathologists led by AIG Wilson Akiwu indicated that the man sustained bullet injuries. Ideally, death was attributed to hemorrhagic shock from lacerated abdominal viscera and fractured vertebra caused by a rifled gunshot to the trunk and mild hypertensive cardiovascular disease. Musa's demise, according to pathologists, was caused by a close-range rifle shot to the head. Listed as exhibits in the case are the written statements of the defendant, photographs of the victims, autopsy report, 6 AK-47 rifles recovered from the gang, 3 empty shells, 1 live ammunition, and 6 Volkswagen Sharon buses, and 1 police Toyota Ayas bus, amongst others. The exhibit also included the station's diary of EB police station and other documents, the call logs showing the phone communication between Wadume, Balarabe, and the police officers at EB police station. Indications that the soldiers may not face justice became apparent following the refusal of the military to hand them over to the police for interrogation. The soldiers were also not brought to court despite the March 16 order of Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, directing the Chief of Army Staff, Tuko Brutai, to produce them for arraignment. Below are their roles in the incident and their statement at the Joint Investigation Panel, and I'm going to go through them, headed by Rear Admiral IT Olaiya, which had representatives from the Nigerian Army, the Navy, Nigerian Police, the Department of State Service, and the Defense Intelligence Agency. Now, Captain Tijani Balaribe exchanges 191 phone calls with Wadume, collects 200,000 naira. Balaribe, 46 years old, commanded the troops who attacked the intelligence response team, which was taking Wadume to Taraba State Police Headquarters. Wadume was apprehended for killing his victim, Usman Garba, after receiving a 100.3 million naira ransom. Yes, that's a lot. Police investigations showed that the army captain exchanged 191 phone conversations with the kidnapped kingpin between July 9th and August 6th, 2019. In one instance, the logs showed that the two men exchanged 166 phone calls. Document also showed that Wadume similarly made several calls to the EB Divisional Crime Officer. The military officer, in a statement to the Joint Investigation Panel set up by the Chief of Defense Staff, admitted that Wadume was his friend, noting that the alleged kingpin was once gave him fish worth 50,000 naira. Balarabe also said that Wadume gave him 200,000 naira to repair a patrol van which was having mechanical problems. The 200,000 naira he gave me is as a result of the challenges we had with the vehicle for patrolling the community. The local government chairman repaired 2 patrol vans, as the battalion military only gave me 7,000 for 4 months for fuel, the captain stated. On the attack on the IRT team, the commander explained that he was informed by a resident that Wadume was abducted by unknown persons in a bus, adding that he radioed the troops at the checkpoints to intercept the policemen. He added, "I interviewed one of the men who said they were sent from Abuja to arrest Alhaji Wadume. We moved the injured to the hospital and the DCO Wukari confirmed that they are policemen. When I arrived at my camp, my soldiers, DCO EB, ASP Lobby, and a civilian were removing the handcuffs from Alhaji. After removing the handcuff, I asked Alhaji to ask the crowd to leave so that we can do our work. Balaribe disclosed that he asked the DCO to switch off his phone to prevent the military police from reaching him. There are reports that Balaribe has been rewarded with a course at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, where he is cooling off in a classroom instead of answering hard questions inside the courtroom. Isaiah hands over police rifle to the army captain. Nothing much was known about Isaiah, save the fact that he was part of the troops who carried out the attacks on the policemen on Balaribe orders. He was said to be close to the captain and one of his trusted henchmen. In a statement, the sergeant who enlisted in the army in 1994 said he received a call from Balaribe directing him to intercept a Toyota bus in which Wadume was abducted, adding that he was among those who chased the bus. He said he discovered 1 AK-47 rifle belonging to the bus occupant on the ground and handed it over to OC Captain Balaribe, who ordered us to convey the accident victims to our camp. On reaching there, I saw Alhaji Amiso in handcuffs, and our OC ordered us to chase away the crowd out of the camp. Obaye, who joined the army as a recruit, in a statement, explained that Balaribe directed him to ask Lobby not to bring up the issue of handcuffs on Wadume if he was asked. There is a voice record of my conversation with DCO because my OC Balaribe asked me to record all my calls with him. In a statement to the JIP, Marcos admitted that the IRT team identified themselves as policemen but did not tender any proof of identification. So I don't know what your take is about this. You think there was a kind of breakdown in communication somehow, somewhere they weren't aware, but I do not think so. I do not think so. I think there is a kind of connection between this kidnapper and Balaribe. They are all in this together. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. I mean, you just look at this show of shame. Not to talk of the bigger one that is happening between the insurgency, the terrorism that we have in the north, the Fulani men, and all of these things that are happening all over Nigeria, and the military. And of course, the police are not also clean of this. They are not clear of this. It's a terrible situation. No one is safe. And coupled with this, we have AGF Malami, a civilian, probably got an order from the top there. I wouldn't know. Is kind of covering up all of this. In fact, it is even said that this same Malami, like I said initially, was involved in Maina, the man that stole all the pensions. It's a terrible situation that we have in Nigeria. This is not fight against corruption at all.